Yo, welcome to the new season premiere of the Transparency Podcast.
I think I need to hit a horn on that.
Which counts as edition number 33. Side note, famously worn by Scottie Pippen.
Shout out to Pippen.
Shout out to Pip, man, who had, in my opinion, some of the dopest shoes ever.
Definitely had some of the top sneakers for sure.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I like the Air ones, but I like the ones with the squiggly. He had some dope. He had some dope sneaks.
Definitely likes the Pippins for sure.
No doubt. I go by the name of Big O. I got my guy Moody here. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, man. It feels good to be back up on the scene. Crispy, clean, fresh, drip. You know how we do. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing to be here. You know what I mean? Thankful to be here.
No doubt, man. It's definitely a blessing. I mean, this was a well-needed break because I know me personally, I was able to analyze a lot of things personally in my life. I was able to talk to different people about their lives. I was able to hear amazing testimonies. Just a very great mental journey of growth over these past few weeks. Well, you'd probably say like a month now, right?
2 weeks, yeah. Good about that.
You know, I mean, because I feel like it's great to have perspective, and sometimes it's required for you to have an out-of-body experience. You need God to, like, knock your soul out of your body to show you who you are and show you your value. We got a lot of catching up to do, bro.
Facts.
So, I mean, before we even get into all this, what we got coming at the Contact Complex?
Yo, this is, a good season here, man, at the Complex, of course. We got, Ambition Talk podcast just started here. That's a fire podcast. I'm going to put some claps for that.
Put a claps going on.
It's a dope podcast. Yeah. We also got, of course, Keep It a Stack, still going.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We had, Tory Woodbury on the show. He was actually a assistant coach for the Champion Rams. Right? Yeah. And Rams. He's going to be coaching at Morgan State. Yeah. So just like dope, guests coming through. Of course, we, shooting more videos, dope content. We still doing comedy sketches on here on Sundays.
Yeah. Gotta get that going.
We also, of course, got events going on, multiple events going on. If you want to do an event, you want to throw an event, contact the contentcomplex.net. You check that out. Check out the site. Of course, we got graphic design here daily. If you want some artwork done, you can get it done here. We got the merchandise that you can see on the side of me. So, the Content Complex is going, it's been a good year. We continue to grow. And we're going to continue to build, man. That's what it is. That's what it's about, for sure.
Most definitely. So, speaking about growth, so this the second season, instead of the second season,
we're going to 2 seasons, okay.
Yeah, 2 seasons, man. This is second season. I mean, listen, man, this is beautiful, man. Like, just an idea, you just roll with it. But this second season, man, I'm excited. Number one, we have some, just in August, man, we got some fire guests, man. So I'm going to run it down. Next week, what is that, August the 7th?
Next week is the 7th, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to have Trace O, Travis.
The 6th, excuse me. Next Saturday is the 6th. Yeah, next Sunday is the 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. My bad.
We good. So we're going to have Trace O, man, and he's going to talk about his life journey, man. He's clean, man.
O.
Yeah. He's I believe he's vegan. He stopped drinking a few years ago. Now he's running this fitness thing in Church Lane Elementary. And I just saw a picture today. He got a picture with Aaron Cook. Remember Aaron Cook?
Yeah, family. Come on, man.
Ooh, Aaron had that J, man. Aaron Cook had that J, man.
Aaron supports, man. Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron, man. So I like that what Travis is doing. He's grabbing the community and getting everybody to work out there and bringing people together. And he's also like a motivational speaker. And I'm super excited for him to be here next week.
Looking forward to that one, man, because he's definitely doing a lot in his area. Church Lane, man, like he's really putting a lot into his community.
Yes, sir.
And it's always good to see a positive dude really doing something and not just talking about it, but he's actually out here doing it. You know what I mean? And helping children and helping people in his area. So shout out to him and shout out to Church Lane. Shout out to whole Randallstown. You already know that.
No doubt. And then also speaking of motivation, so we're gonna have August. So that'll be August the 14th, right? 2 weeks.
Yep, that'll be August the 14th.
So we'll have Minister Antoine of New Psalmist Baptist Church.
Oh man, we about to get spiritual,
man. But I'm gonna tell you, man. I met Minister Antoine maybe about I want to say like 7 years ago.
Okay.
And man, like his mind, the way he thinks, man, is fascinating, man. Like listening to him because the stuff that he how can I put it? He doesn't judge. But he brings like great perspective, like on the fly too. Like it's just on the fly, and he'll be like, "Well, how about this?" And like he'll break it down to you. You'd be like, "Man!" So he's someone that's a fantastic mentor. I know to me, but but to a lot of people that's in and out of New Psalmist, and he does a lot of things, and also he wrote a book, Preparing for Takeoff, and that was a fantastic book. I bought it. I purchased it. Also, he runs he has a clothing line, and it's all God. But he'll talk about that when he comes here. So, and then also I think 3 weeks from now, I think it's Be More Ben. We'll have Be More Ben.
Oh boy, Be More Ben, Benjamin.
So the
legend.
Yeah, the legend. I mean, he's definitely he's a legend out here.
Man, he's done a lot.
Yeah, he's done a lot, man.
How much he's been. I mean, how much he's just contributed to like just Baltimore hip hop, to DJing, to the culture, to a lot in the area.
He's always grinding.
He's definitely active. So shout out to Be More Ben, man. That's the family.
When he called himself the jack of all trades. That's what
he does a lot, man.
Yeah, he does definitely
make music, make beats, engineer, DJ.
He's on my album. I never forget this, and we'll talk about it when he can. But this is a side note. He's on my album, and I recorded I did my album about to be 3. My son is, how old is my son? He about to be 3. So my album is like 2 years old or whatever. Okay. And Ben, all I did was send him the actual track. I was like, bro, like this is the song that I want you to be on, and blah blah blah. And he just send it to me. So I sent it to him. Man, I fell asleep thinking he just listened to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna write to him, we link up. And
fell asleep in the studio?
No, we ain't fell. I sent it to him email.
Oh, okay.
And like, I fell asleep when,
Okay, right.
Man, by the time I woke up, he had it recorded.
Send it back and everything.
Send it back and everything. Verse fire.
Shout
it's called Everybody on the what was my album called? The Masterpiece. Treyoski, The Masterpiece. Everybody, and his verse was fire, man. His verse was fire.
He's actually he's also on the Get Money Music mixtape that we dropped. He's on that tape too. Called he's on the record Do My Thing. So he definitely put a fire verse on there too.
He definitely fire, man. So but with all due respects to our guest that's coming up, then we got the Brooklyn thing, bro.
Oh man, horns to that. I gotta drop some horns on that. Absolutely. Check this out, yo. We about to do. Listen, Transparency Podcast. If y'all haven't noticed or if y'all not watching, we are about just giving good content, transparency conversations. We're going to continue to give you good quality, good, honest, real convos. Yeah. We'll talk about topics that's going on in life, or in pop culture as well. We're going to debate about stuff. We're going to do all of that. But our whole goal is to make sure that we stay authentic to ourselves, and we be honest with ourselves. So with that, we are going to be going to the podcast festival in Brooklyn, sponsored by the Black Effect, Charlamagne the God. If y'all don't know, he has a production company that produces podcasts all over iHeartRadio, which we are on iHeartRadio. So you can hear us here. If you're not listening to us now on iHeart, thank you. If you are, go get it. However you listen to us, great. Yeah, but we will be there live in the flesh, in Brooklyn, God willing, August 28th.
No doubt.
We will be in the building. We're going to document it. We're going to, we might even do a podcast there live. We're going to bring the equipment with us, depending on how we want to rock. We're going to have some stuff with us. We ain't going to bring too much, but we're going to bring some stuff to record. We're going to have, of course, video. We're going to, give you a nice snippet, of course, what we did. And we're going to meet some people, man. And we're going to stay connected to this culture of podcasts that we are doing, because we are serious about it. And I believe we have an awesome podcast. I know we have an awesome podcast. Absolutely. And going up there and getting that exposure and seeing and touching the people and seeing what's going on behind the scenes, it's going to be a good event. I'm looking forward to it. Shout out to everybody that's going. If you're not going, I think tickets are still on sale. Yep. We're going to be up there.
We definitely going to be there.
Shout out to that. Yeah. I mean, it's something I'm just adding to the show. Just a little horns. I might not do much of it. No, that's just only on occasions when it's something popping.
We adding a little spice to it. Because I'm gonna tell you, the thing that I think makes our podcast so special is that we're not hiding who we are. Not saying that anybody else is hiding who they are, but we are because we're called the Transparency Podcast. Pretty much everything is our truth and our mind that we're talking about. Yeah. We're not saying it's 100% fact, like the situation is 100%, but in our mind is 100% truth. We talk about therapy on here. We talk about helping others. We talk about giving back to others. We talk about just doing anything to help our community get better. Yes. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, and not even a lot of times, most of the time, people will see us doing a podcast, and they'll be like, I'm going to do my own podcast and I'm going to be better than them, or blase. Whereas though, if you do your podcast and do your thing, you can make it happen your way. Because that's how we, and another thing how we rock is, I was doing my own podcast. Moody was doing his own podcast. But me and Moody collaborated and was like, yo, really Moody hit me up. Yeah. It was like, yo, I want to know what's going on with this, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, yo, why don't we just collaborate? You know what I'm saying? And that's how we grow as a community, man. Yeah, man. I'm not saying that we're going to have 20,000 people on the Transparency Podcast, but we're bringing guests on to display their talents, to talk about things, because there's so many people out here that's scared to speak out for themselves, or just holding that talent in their hand without releasing it, man. And I'm telling you, when you release that talent, somebody else, it could be a eureka moment, and somebody else can be like, oh my goodness, man, I didn't even know that.
That's facts, man. And to add to that, it's about connecting with people. I'm growing my company, Chaz Moody Media. I'm picking up this camera. I'm doing more editing. I'm producing podcasts. I'm giving creative ideas to people. Coming up with promotion videos, commercials. People hitting me up. They want me to film them and do things with them. And I'm doing documentaries. So to say that, and I got a couple things going on that I just said all of those things, of course, like just content in general. Like, people been hitting me up. I'm doing a lot of content in general. Right. So it's just about, like, if I can give somebody a hand to produce they idea and help them produce their idea, that's right there is amazing for me, because I like to create and I like to be a part of, things that things that people that really are passionate about. So if I know they serious about it, I know they really want me to do it, they hit me up, then I know it's serious. So I'm like, boom, I got to bring my full effort. So it's always going to be about that with me. Quality, quick, fast, efficient, good content, man. Quality content. You know what I mean? So as you can see, we can continue to put that out here and with us, and also with anything that we touch and we around. So I'm excited about this season. I'm excited about what's going on. Again, I'm thankful for what's going on, just the opportunities I got going on. We're going to have a good time this month and going into September in the fall. And it's just about, keeping it fresh, man, keeping it new, and and stepping into your intentional just newness of who you are, man. Right. Stop, let's, like you said, let's stop waiting around and stop, feeling like we can't do this, or we're not able to do this, or, as you just start And it's about being into that, getting to that abundance. You know, and it's all about, you know, if you ain't got the abundance now, or if you feel like you ain't where you're supposed to be now, you got to start. You got to be consistent. You got to learn the skills. That's what I've been doing. I've been learning these skills. I've been trying new stuff. I've been coming up with new stuff. Every single time you see what we're doing, it's always improving. Yeah, and it's just getting better. It's just improving, and it's feeling good. Because when I do get super successful, or we get a whole bunch of subscribers and such things start going on, and we know exactly who we are, because we're building this at a point where we like, look, this is organic. We really going after it. So I just wanted to say that, and then, you know, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, you have to identify yourself. Most people think that since they can identify themselves in the mirror, they identify themselves. No. Right now, you're looking in the mirror right now, and it's like a vampire's reflection. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you are.
Wow.
So take the opportunity to learn who you are.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it took me a while to learn that too, because I'm out helping other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about stuff on the Transparency Podcast, saying like, oh man, we got to do this. We got to do this.
Right.
But I'm helping other people. But really, I'm looking at myself like, damn, man, what do I need to do? What do I need to? So I'm starting to identify myself too. I'm starting to identify and finding my identity and being comfortable with who I am. You know, and I think it takes time for that. You know what I mean? I definitely think it takes time for that, because a lot of people just don't know. And it's okay to say, like, I don't know who I am. So you just gotta, like, go in the toolbox and try to figure out who you are and what do you want to do. Start writing down stuff. We talked about vision boards and things of that nature. Everybody's dream is not going to be the same. So what your dream may not be the next person's dream. And don't let nobody shoot your dream down. If that's something that you want to try to do, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You know, because you start doubting yourself, and again, you start your identity start fading away, and again, you're looking in the mirror and you're saying that it's a vampire reflection. So it's time to, like I said, lighten up your, get your reflection going, wipe off that mirror, and let's get busy. Let's get busy, man. Let's get busy. You know what I'm saying? It's so much greatness to be had out here. So much greatness to be had. You know?
That's a fact. Showing improve, man. You know, finding purpose. You know, putting God first. I really live by those things, and
Definitely God first.
Sometimes it's difficult when you got a lot of positive things working for you, and you really moving towards what you dream about, and it's not going to be easy. Of course, we explain this on the podcast plenty of times on how difficult it might get, but we will always continue to grow, stay consistent, enjoy the challenge, enjoy the journey, because that's where it comes from. It comes from the beginning. It comes from starting. And, nothing happens overnight, man. Nobody gets successful overnight. Nothing happens in a split of a second. You know what I mean? Yeah. It takes time. So anybody out there listening to this, man, if you follow us and you listen to us, you've seen the growth of the Transparency Podcast over the past year. Now it's going to continue to keep going up. So if y'all rocking with us, rock with us, and we got more content coming. We're going to keep pushing it, because it's all about that, man. That's what it's all about.
And then, while you sitting here saying that, I just thought about this, right? A lot of people, and myself included, will get in a situation and we'll work towards something and then become a little complacent because we think we got it. So I say all that to say, like, whatever God is cooking in the kitchen for you, He cooking in the kitchen, get the heck out of the house. Wanna know why? Only reason I'm saying it, because what you're going to do is start smelling everything that God is cooking, and you're going to keep coming back to the kitchen. Opening up the oven. Now the muffin's not, rising and all that stuff.
It ain't
Get
rising.
Out of the house. Let God cook. Let Him cook. Because He cooking Thanksgiving dinner for you. But
preparing it.
But you keep slowing it down because you want to see. Stop being nosy. Just trust.
Trust that.
Faith, not fear. Faith, not fear.
Yeah.
Believe in it. Let God take the will. Take the will. You know what I'm saying? Give Him the will. Relax. Just do your job. Do your job, but relax.
That's a fact. I like that, man. And continue to move, forward with, what we doing, it's amazing to see how many people really rocking with us and listening to us. So thank everybody again that's listening to this. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. People are really reaching out, want to come on the show. People are rocking with what we doing. So this episode is going to be, our introduction again to our second season introduction to our new and improved, just newness of what we're moving forward to, man. Like, it's going to be a lot of dope stuff coming, so y'all stay tuned. And speaking of the season and where we at, man, I see you got your 49ers hat on.
Oh, yeah.
And training camp has started. Yeah. I've been watching training camp, we love football, what I'm saying? I know Lamar hasn't got his contract yet. I want to just know real quick how you feel about this, man, because I think that Lamar is a great player, and I love Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. I think that he's got a lot of, learning to do, of course, just on and off the field. Yeah. I'm really not understanding maybe what's going on. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's the Baltimore Ravens or the GMs are not making this happen, but it is kind of ironic this hasn't been done yet. I want to see him sign. We talk about grinding and growth and someone believing in themselves, and he's believed in himself. He's produced, and people still hate on him, and that's unfortunate. Yeah. And I like to see him continue to grow because he's a great, great, great player and a person. Yeah. So, like, what you feel about, like, where he's at with his situation and how you feel about him coming up this season? Because I'm not going to say, like, cautious or anything, because I don't think I ain't going to say that, but I would like to see him just get paid and let him go out here and play his game. But honestly, I think he's going to play good, probably most likely any other way. Yeah. But him with his back against the wall, I think he really going to come out with something to prove, though.
So, number one, and I always take credit for this, a lot of people didn't know about Lamar Jackson, and I've been a Lamar Jackson fan since he was in Louisville. Okay. And the game that really gravitated to me was when he went back and forth with Deshaun Watson when Deshaun Watson was playing for Syracuse. I think this was Lamar Jackson's sophomore year.
He played for Clemson, though. Deshaun Watson played for Clemson, didn't he?
Yeah, he played for Clemson. Yeah. So Clemson, think about it. Clemson.
Top team. He won like
top team against Louisville. Mm-hmm. And he almost beat them. I think he had like.
That wasn't a bowl game. Was it a bowl game?
It was just a regular game. Just a regular game. They thought they was going to wash him. Right. And I think this was Lamar. I think this was Lamar's sophomore year. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But that game, I was like, man, this dude is like Michael Vick, but can throw. Yeah, better than Michael, a little bit more.
Hold on. No, we're gonna slow down. Just a little bit. What do you mean throw better than Michael Vick? Michael Vick those spirals, bullets, but at the flick of a wrist.
So accurate. So Michael Vick in college, Michael Vick was running for like say like 100 or 200 yards.
He was dominating.
But he was throwing for like 100 something yards.
Yeah, he was dominating.
Lamar Jackson was throwing for like
he would throw
250, 300 yards, and then still run for another 150. And like it was insane. He was doing it.
Yeah.
And he still didn't get the respect that, he won a Heisman and he still didn't get the respect.
Won a Heisman.
Like, it's crazy.
Got picked 30th.
Right. So.
Yeah, last pick of the first round.
And you think about
Shout out to the Ravens for making that pick.
Shout out to the Ravens. Like Josh Allen is a monster. We know he's a monster. But
he got paid.
Yeah, but he got paid. But, yeah, Lamar Jackson is proven.
Lamar got paid. Colleges got paid. Deshaun got paid.
Yeah.
That's not about their money. I'm just talking about quarterbacks that's gotten, their just due. And it's like, sometimes we look at it like, is it a black-white thing? But how do you feel like, because let's say, and this is an example, let's say Baker Mayfield got an MVP.
He would have been paid.
Or he got right. Or he got
Let's be real. He would have been paid
already. He would have been on the Browns. He would have been paid.
Look at
those stats.
Look at listen. Lamar Jackson was an MVP.
Right.
Granted.
Right.
He made it to the Pro Bowl. I think his first 3 years. Correct.
He made it to the Pro Bowl his second year because the first year, of course, he was on a winning streak. When he came in, but he don't think he made the Pro that year. But the next year, that's when he won the MVP, if I'm not mistaken. And the third year, he struggled a little bit. And this is the fourth year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So with Josh Allen, and Josh Allen is a monster. But if Josh Allen would have been an MVP, he would have got paid.
I think Josh did get paid.
He did get paid. But what I'm saying is, it would. But I will say this. In all fairness, Lamar Jackson represents himself. He doesn't have He doesn't have an agent. Yeah. So I think
that makes it difficult.
I think that makes it I think that makes it a little bit difficult because now it's an uncomfortable conversation because now the team that plays for you is telling you how bad certain things are about you, and I don't know how. Like if you're your own agent, like I don't know how well you can take that. Um, but me personally, if I was Lamar Jackson, I'm not stepping on that football field until you pay me because he got hurt last year. He was hurt last year, and he runs. You know what I mean? And
Right.
we gotta make business decisions. We gotta make business. I'm saying we as a community, we gotta make business decisions. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It's nothing personal. I am not getting on that field and risking my body because guess what? If Lamar Jackson tears his ACL, they're not gonna pay him. They're gonna say that sucks, man. That sucks.
I mean, Dak Prescott was in a similar situation, and he broke his leg the year he was supposed to get a contract, and he still got his contract. Lamar's gonna still get paid. If the Ravens don't pay him, somebody's gonna. I mean, of course, the Ravens are gonna pay him, but I'm just saying he's gonna get his contract. It's just like like what's like the mindset of like why does he not have an agent? Why is it taking so long to get this done? Why doesn't the Ravens make the offer that he's asking if it is a back and forth? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense to me why this isn't done. And it's like, yo, at this point, we want to get it done. You know what I'm saying? I know, Baltimore Ravens fans want to get it done just to see him get his just.
I mean, fans of football, like he is one of the staples in football. He's one of the most exciting players to watch in football. I got the opportunity to watch him play when the 49ers played the Ravens. That was a very, very good game. And it was in the rain, and he still was like, that dude is amazing. You know, he's amazing. I got to see him, Debo, like different players, like special players, man. And he's one of them. He's a top player in the league that deserves to get paid. And the Ravens, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm him, I would, because even if you look at Dak Prescott, he messed his ankle up, but I think or broke his leg. I can't remember, but he ran a little bit, but mostly he's known for throwing.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, look at RG3, man. RG3, there you go. That is right there. Soon as he tore his knee up,
he wasn't the same player.
He wasn't the same player, but they also, it wasn't like, whatever.
He was a rookie. He was a second year, I believe, when he broke his leg, but he didn't recover from that good at all.
So Lamar Jackson that's his game. He needs his feet. And I say, I show up to the training camp, I wear my jersey and be on the sideline and clapping everybody up and everything and in the huddle reading everything, but until I get paid, I'm not playing. Like I'm not playing, I just
yeah. I was just seeing how you felt. I think I'm glad that he is still suiting up and trying and still coming to play. Like I said, he's banging on himself to continue to produce. He's going to play well. He's not.
Yeah, it's honorable. See, it's honorable.
Yeah,
it's honorable.
Again, I haven't heard as much commentary like his press conferences on where he did it at with it or whatever, where his mind at with it. But I'm sure they'll get it done. I just just something I was thinking about.
I mean, but it's technical because I will say this. So I'm the type of person. I work in my field, and if I'm not, if I feel like I need some more money, like I'll call the owner or call whoever's above me and tell them like, hey, I think I deserve this and blah blah blah. So I understand what you're saying, and in the meantime, it's not like I'm gonna sit at home and be like, well, I'll holler at y'all when when y'all pay me. Mm-hmm. It's more so like, all right, y'all make it happen. I'm gonna keep it going or whatever. And I could possibly get hurt at my job too. Something can fall off and mess me up. So I get it. I get both sides. But his legs are like the most important thing in his game. And I think he definitely needs that. But
that's a fact.
Definitely excited about football though.
Yeah, man. The season about to jump off. Again, training camp, August, about to drop, today, when you hear this, most likely be August 1st. So, new season, new month, newness. We're going to continue to push that.
So, the funny thing about this, so I've decided to do this since you brought the newness up, right? Because this is the new Big O. This is the new Harry Swan. This is the new manifestation of myself.
Yeah.
So, I am starting to do stuff for me though.
That's
I
what it
am
is.
like I'm doing a lot of stuff for me. Like I even said this small thing. I said that and I ain't played a video game in 2-3 years because I've been too busy working and being a father and you know being a lover, just all that type of stuff. And I forget about my downtime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I am going to purchase, just because John Madden is on the front of that Madden. I'm going to purchase that Madden.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to purchase
this
that
is
Madden,
definitely going to be a
you know what I'm saying?
big
Might not be
Madden,
hawking it up like how I used to be, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to just get it in when I feel like, you know, hopping online.
Treat yourself, man.
Hopping online and smashing somebody, you know.
I feel you on that, man.
You know
I think I'm gonna do the same far as not buy a game, but I mean I don't know, I could maybe. But I'm gonna just continue to dig into my craft, man, and can really focus and focus on getting better with you know, editing and producing and really taking this thing to another level. Really starting to get some real good information again. And I'll do more for myself just in general. Like
we forget, man. We forget about ourselves.
Yeah, I want to do more for myself too. Just, you know, like you know, just do some more trips for myself, go places.
Yep.
You know,
I do that.
Spending more time with you know, myself and my own thoughts. You know what I mean?
Thoughts.
So
go for walks, man.
Go for walks, right? You know, take some time out to, you know, play some ball or something. You know, just little stuff, man. Just little stuff to shoot around, right? Just little stuff that we take for granted sometimes because again, we working, we doing stuff, we taking care of our children, our kid. You know what I mean? So it's like we really rarely just take some time to be like, man, let me just focus on something for myself. But yeah, man, I'm into really learning a lot now in these days, man. I'm trying to learn more skills, so that's something I feel like I'm really going to jump into for sure.
And I've been reading, so I started this already. I started this maybe since our last podcast. I've been reading. I've been back in the gym. I've been back in the gym pretty hard. Like go every morning, wake up 4:00 in the morning.
Oh wow,
get busy.
4.
Yeah, because I got to be work at 6, so I like working out and. Cause I know, that's why I say to take the time for me, because I know as soon as I get off, I mean, when you got kids, my son is in football. My daughter drives. All my daughters work. That's like, listen, my oldest 3 daughters work. They all work. They all got jobs and dad, you know, can you get me here? Can you get me there? So I say all that to say you can't say no to that. You gotta help your kids. So I know nobody's
kids.
I know nobody's going to be hit me up 4:00 in the morning to you know so I take that time for myself. I just wake up an hour earlier than what I would wake up and get busy, man. Get busy in the gym and got the community join and doing that and like I said, reading. I'm reading a Will Smith book. Phenomenal book, bro.
You know what? And not to cut you off, but I want you to continue with the Will Smith thing because he just actually did put an apology out on Instagram and was talking about the situation.
On Instagram.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
I didn't see it. I've been that's another thing. I disengaged myself from Instagram for about a month. So I'm sorry for not having an inspirational post, but like I had to gather myself.
Yeah, you rejuvenated. Season 2, we back.
Season 2,
we back. But yeah, I know you've been reading his book. How is his book? And again, I'll let you continue. But when I saw his apology, man, it I don't know if it felt. I don't even know how to explain it, man. It just seemed like it needed to be done. Of course, he finally came out and spoke about it. It seemed, you know, he was actually answering questions from people that were giving questions that was written out, but then he would explain stuff. But it just seemed like, you know, it was a typical like PR move, whereas though it's like, I don't know how, and it felt authentic, but it didn't at a little point.
So the one thing about Will Smith that I will say about him, he sees authentic. He seems like a guy that really truly means what he says.
Yes.
I didn't hear it, so I'll have to listen to it. But just reading his book, it's almost like I can hear
how he would say it.
Like I can hear him saying it, and reading his book, I can tell how authentic. Like growing up, and I'm not making excuses for him, but his father, God bless him, the dead or whatever, but his father was tough, man. Like I'm talking about like everything. He was talking about a Nerf football. I don't want to ruin the book. He was talking about his father sent him to the store, you know, to get him the nurse. I mean, not to go get a nurse football. He sent him to the store. His father sent him to the store to get some cigarettes.
Okay.
The cigarettes wasn't at the corner store. So Will Smith was on his way back to the house. He ran into some kids playing with a Nerf football. Mm-hmm. And he thought it was cool. Like, who didn't think a Nerf football was cool? Like, anybody could catch it.
Right.
And it was a Nerf football. You could throw it far and all that stuff. So long story short, 5 minutes throwing it around, turned into 10 minutes, 10 minutes turned into, and then next thing you know, his father was coming down the street. And his father was, you know, heated, right? And he said his father was so militant though. Like, it was just like, he was like, sir, no, sir, and all that stuff, making him say that. So I say all that to say, because I don't want to mess his book up. I want y'all to read it. But no, you can't hold it. No, y'all can't hold a book because I pay good money. No. My family paid good money for the book. You gotta go get it yourself. No, I'm joking. But all jokes aside, his father, man, like, put so much in his head that I don't know how accepted. I can see how, because I'm be honest with you, it's a lot of correlations with him and his father and my father. You know what I mean? And it took me a while. And the correlation was they were so strict. It was like my father used to make me say, like, sir, yes, sir, and all this stuff. And, you know, we had to make our beds a certain way. And I truly feared my father. Like, it was nuts, you know. And listening to him, man, like, he wasn't really accepted nowhere. So finally he gets a wife. Somebody, like, listen, man, you can have a girlfriend, you can have a baby mother, you can have little chicks in it, but your wife's supposed to honor you, bro. Like, your wife's supposed to look at you like it's no other man that's greater than you in life other than God, right? And he has challenges, like, in his confidence issues. I dealt with that. I dealt with that myself. Like, whereas though you wonder if the woman next to you admires you. You wonder if the woman next to you respects you. You wonder if the woman next to you looks at you like how you look at her. And that's hard. So, not making an excuse, he overdid it. And I think, and Jazzy Jeff, speaking of this situation, Jazzy Jeff said, I think Will Smith was so mad. If he would have went, if Mike Tyson was up there, he would have did that. Negative. He wouldn't have did that with Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson would have said that, no, he wouldn't have. Negative. Probably wouldn't have. No, he probably. The Rock would.
I'm not going to say if anybody else would have up there, he wouldn't have done it. But I know it made it a lot easier since it was Chris.
Let me explain something.
Not easier, but
if you look at Idris, what's his name? Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah.
They're about the same size. Him and Will Smith about the same size. I guarantee you, if he said that up there, he wouldn't have went up there. He wouldn't have. Because it's like you look at somebody, I just think maybe he would have because he was frustrated and it's like, I got something to prove. And that's what I'm saying far as, you know, I don't think he ever felt protected. You got to read his book, man. Like, it's so transparent that you like, wow. And like I said, this guy got me, like, he had me like getting teary-eyed because I didn't feel protected. Only person I felt like protected by, like, growing up, even in my marriage, was my mother. Like, certain things, like, you know, and it's no shade because some people don't know how to protect. People don't know how to, like, some women don't know how to put that force field around you. They don't know what to do. That's why we have this podcast called Transparency, whereas though people can understand and they can go back and look at it and be like, babe, do you trust me? Do you believe in me? You know what I'm saying? And we can start those uncomfortable conversations instead of being like afraid to hear the answer, because maybe she will say, no, I'm not confident in you. I don't believe in you. Want to know why? because you don't show up for this or you don't show up for that. Okay, babe, well, let's throw this back off. How am I going to show up for this? How will I? Let's build together. Let's work together.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
That's important.
Instead of competing, a lot of relationships, I guarantee you, competing against each other. I got this promotion. Instead of saying, congratulations, babe, I'm so proud of you. It's like, she got a promotion. Fuck, I gotta get a promotion. Yo, cause she hired than me.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
That's a fact.
Working against each other.
That's a fact.
But it's all with insecurities, man. It's all in insecurities. That's why therapy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Therapy. Talk to someone that is trained, a trained professional, to help you look into the mirror. Because, again...
Tell them again, man. Look in that camera.
To help you look into the mirror, because we have mates, right? You have a mate next to you that might not know. She's not qualified. So even maybe she can come with you, or he, or she, whatever. Whatever y'all want to do, whatever y'all claim to be, competitive conversations, man. Like, just talk to each other. But then, if it doesn't work between you two, get somebody that can sit in the middle. And if you really want it to work, if you really wanted to talk, if you really want to get, who doesn't want to get better? There's no way that you don't want to get better. Even if you have to leave that person. If that person is not with you, is not making you good, is not believing in you, and you need to go, then you need to go. But that's how you get better. It might seem hard at first, and you might feel like, oh, this person is my Siamese twin. I can't breathe without this person. But as soon as you leave that person, you can breathe better because they were suffocating you or something like that. So you got to be careful. You know what I mean? And I'm not, so the Will Smith thing, the reason why I'm speaking in so much passion, because I see where Will Smith is coming from, and I'm not trying to make an excuse for him, but I see that this guy been all these years, he been trying to be accepted by the one. Listen, he might be accepted by his sons, but it could be that one person that you want to be accepted by, your wife, WIFE, wife.
Yeah, man.
Not your son, not your mother, not your brother, not your cousin, your wife. This is your wife.
That's
and
a fact.
She telling, and I don't want to talk about Jada because, like, listen, she from Baltimore, and like she done did some great things too, but I don't think it's acceptable for her. And she might talk about her father to her. What's that? Was Willow? Willow was talking about Tupac, like that's her father. Like she didn't say that's my father, but she was glowing about Tupac, and it's a sensitive conversation with your father about, because your father already admitted that he was jealous of who Tupac is.
He wanted to be like that, man. He wanted that. He wanted that love. He wanted that. You know, it was a thing. It was a thing, man. And that's
hate to dominate the conversation, but I see it.
No, man, that's real.
I see.
You go ahead. No. That Will Smith thing, like you said, and it's a good point why you're bringing that book up. That ironically, you ain't even see the apology. You know, the apology just dropped like a few days ago, and you know, men make mistakes, man. And
definitely.
I think it's difficult when, you know, there's a lot of pressure on us and we go through a lot of things in life and we trying to uphold this persona, the standard that, you know, we gotta be strong, we gotta be understanding, we gotta be, there's a lot of stuff that we gotta do that we are unable to express, but also that a lot of people really don't give us the time of day to express. So like you saying, man, it's important to get time for yourself, therapy, do something that, you know, encourages you to be better. But, you know, we make mistakes, man, but it's like, you know, everybody deserves forgiveness, you know.
Most definitely, bro.
And,
most definitely.
You know, as long as, you know, you don't, we can be close to making a big mistake. And if we do make a mistake, you know, you can come back from it unless it's something that's, you know, detrimental that, you know, we don't want to go that far. And there's points in our lives where, you know, we might make that mistake and we can't come back from it. So I say that, you know, us as men, we got to continue to build each other up. To have conversations like this, have some outlets, like this, or anybody you can talk to, and don't go on the other side, man. If you can avoid it, try to avoid it at all costs. In that situation, of course, what Will could have been avoided, but he made a mistake. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, it happens, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I love women. I love women. I think they're beautiful. I love the sisters. I love the white women, black women. All women are beautiful. You have it's just so many things about you that's beautiful. White girls, you have freckles. Red hair. Black girls, you have beauty marks. I identify. Women are so beautiful. Y'all are so beautiful.
Beautiful.
But I'm be honest with you.
I just want you to
You
know.
look at a man rise, I guarantee you it's not a woman. I mean, it's a woman not too far behind. But you look at a guy's demise, I guarantee you a woman is not too far behind.
Either way, it's usually about a woman.
Either way.
Usually.
Either way. So
that's real, man.
So, like I said, trying to build yourself up. Listen, if it's not for you, if it's unnatural, go holler at your lady. Talk to her. Let her know how you feel. You know what I mean? Give her like, it might not happen overnight. Keep talking to her. Hey, can we start doing this together? Hey, can we start, because everybody is hardening up next to you. Everybody got a callous and, you gotta be tough. You gotta be tough. You gotta be tough. And then we fall in isolation.
Mm-hmm.
And we are isolated by ourselves and we're struggling. We're crying behind closed doors. You're in the bathroom crying. And then somebody knock on the door and be like, come on, I gotta use the bathroom. And you get yourself together. And then you go outside and you go outside the bathroom and it's like it's nothing wrong. Whereas though you should be able, you should be able to lay your head. That's what the bosoms are for, brother. Lay your head in the bosoms. She might even let you get a little sucky when she might feel bad for you. You know what I'm saying? But jokes aside, but it's the same thing, man. Let her lay her head on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like, women go through a lot, man. Well, I got a lot of female friends. I got a lot of homeboys. Well, I don't want to say homeboys, but I got a lot of friends that I talk to and struggle about things, and they scared to talk to their lady about because I don't like weak. And then I got female friends that don't know how to articulate how they feel, so it's misplaced energy, and it runs a man off, not making excuses for him, but then it runs him off, and he can't really identify what's going on either. So, man, it's communication.
Communication is always the key. Some people need to be better listeners and trying to understand something in relationships, and it's not one-sided, man. Like, if I feel comfortable to come to you, you should feel comfortable to come to me. We can't do this on our own. I can't be standoffish and try to do everything myself and be strong when a female is sitting there trying to figure out what's going on with me and I can't express to her. Right. Same thing. Some strong women feel like they so independent they don't want to even feel like they want to let their guard down and be vulnerable to men. So it got to be if you really want to be in a successful relationship, you both got to come together and understand this is us rocking with each other. This is not a you just do for me or I just keep doing for you. We got to help each other. You got to know how to listen and be vulnerable and speak.
It is sad, man. Like I said, I don't want to keep hitting on Will Smith because I really, like I said, reading the book, I love the dude. Like, just love him. You look at that man, bro. It's not a blemish on him on the outside, man. Nice hair, great smile, handsome guy, tall, nice, nice, like healthy body, everything, man. Anything that an average dude would want. Looking at he got a lot of money, great movies. He don't want an Oscar now. On his greatest night, that's the blemish on his greatest night. And he got pretty much everything that any guy would want, except the acceptance from the one person he loves most. I'm not trying to say she doesn't accept him.
We don't say,
but
let's,
I'm not saying like I said, I don't want to get too hard.
Yeah, let's say he might not have as much.
It's definitely no confidence. He doesn't have the confidence there. He doesn't have the confidence.
It's some moments where he's questioning that from her.
Yeah,
for sure.
and his self, and
she's cheated. I mean, whatever how the relationship go, but they
yeah,
had a
because
lot
who
of things go
knows?
on.
Who knows? He might not even wanted that. He
A
might
lot
have
of
just went
things.
along with the flow. Like he might say, "Oh, that's what she wanted. I'd do anything to make her happy." Because I done that. Not you had a little boyfriend on the side or whatever like that. But what I'm saying is, I've done so many things, put my feelings to the side, so that person can be happy. And I figure I find my happiness in seeing them happy. And then eventually, they happiness, like I start extending myself even more. It'll be inching more and more and more and more and more. And I'll be bending myself more and more backwards till I break my back. And she not there to help me up.
Yeah, that's disaster, man. You know, that's a recipe for a nervous breakdown.
And the reason why she's not able to help me up is because the qualifications. You're like your back is broken. Now she can't even help you up because it's just like she doesn't know how to nurse. You're over nursing. She doesn't know how to nurse. Now your back is broke. How you gonna get fixed?
Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
And
man.
And that analogy goes to a lot of different ways. That analogy goes a lot of different ways. Like, you know, if someone's holding on to things or stressing out about things, but the other person is taking that stress on with their own stresses, and it makes it difficult. If y'all both are, you know, helping each other in those moments and being, you know, each other's safe space to express these things about life or whatever it is going on, you can both continue to grow and gel. But if someone just continue to walk past life and be like, "Oh, I'm good," and they just holding on and saying they stressing out about things or something going on in their life, they don't want to express it. It's going to show. You're going to feel it. It's going to be seen because it might be a blow up. It might be an argument or something that just come out of nowhere, and it's like, wow, where this come from? Like I thought everything was, you know, all good, but you know, it happens, man.
Snap, man.
It happens.
And then it'd be that tornado syndrome, man. You that person that you love, man. In a matter of seconds, you rip them up with words, and now they shredded everywhere. They're everywhere. Now she's shredded or he's shredded into pieces, and they're broken. And now it's like now you apologize, and now you trying to pick up all the pieces. Now you gotta rebuild this person back up. You know that tornado. So we gotta be careful, man. And like I said, be transparent. Talk to people. And you said the safe place. Safe place. People don't. I don't think people honor that neither. Safe place means no one knows. Let this person be your. Let that person, like, you don't talk about it to your homeboy. Nobody. That safe place. And I don't care if it's your best friend, whoever. If they looking at you as their safe space, and yo, this needs to stay between you and I. This needs to stay between you and I. You and I. Be that safe space. Lock it up. Even throw away the key. Lose the key. Lose it. Lose it until they come back and they be like, "Where's the key?" And you be like, "I don't know," but at least the other people don't know.
But it's just a non-judgment zone too. You know what I mean? That you can feel comfortable with speaking to that person. You know, how many people that, you know, you can count on your hand where you can actually walk to them right now, have a conversation about something that you probably wouldn't tell nobody. You would judge by them. You know, you would just talk to them about what's going on, and you won't feel judged. You won't feel like, you know, you're gonna be regretting this conversation because they're gonna hold it against you later, or you know, they're gonna make you feel less of because you speaking about this. Like, it's rare that I mean, now in these days, it's difficult to find that person, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't have that person. You know what I mean? A therapist is like the only person you can do that with now in these days, and it's like, we got to pay somebody now to have a conversation with you and not be judged. Like, why can't I have a conversation with my partner or somebody I know or love and not be judged about it? And, you know.
I'm definitely fortunate. Shout out to my cousin, Seda Lee. She knows everything about me. Every single thing. Things my mother don't know. Things my children don't know. Things the mothers of my children don't know. Things that a lot of people, she knows everything about me. And nobody will ever know. And vice versa. I know a lot of stuff about her, and nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. It's deep stuff that she shared with me, and I'm not going to. I wouldn't share with nobody. You know, and like I said, vice versa. So, and then I got another friend that I call my sister. She knows a lot of stuff about me too, but my cousin knows everything about me. You know, my feelings. You know, she's been my shoulder, especially this year, man. I done had some stressful stuff going this year, and she's been my shoulder to cry on, all year, and she's been walking me through it. Haven't been judging me. She might come and say, "Now, Harry, come on," like she'll tell me something, and she'll be like, "All right, you telling me this next week? Don't, Siri, mind your business. I ain't talking to you, Siri." That's supposed to be not. Do you not disturb, Siri? What are we doing? But
Yeah, man, Siri listens to everything.
Siri nosy. But
that's dope. You got those people in your life, man. You know what I'm saying?
My cousin, and like I said, I talked to Jigs too. Jigs, shout out to Jigs. He holds a lot of stuff into. He knows. Yeah, that's enough. He knows everything about me too. He knows everything about me. And I so Sada Lee and Clinton, Jigs, they know everything about me, and I know for a fact that they'll take it to the grave with them, stuff that I've shared with them. So, and obviously I have my therapist too that I talk to.
That's a fact, man. That's dope. Hey, man, I talked to my broski, but I probably won't tell him everything. I'll be honest. My mom, you know, I have a conversation with her for sure. I got a brother, and of course, I got another brother. You know, Kamal. I'll have a conversation with him. I'll tell him everything. It's my brother on my father's side. And I feel comfortable with talking to them. You know, even with that, you know, sometimes it's still like moments where I don't, though. You know, and that's something I got to grow with. That's something I got to get better with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I can have these people in my life all day long, but if I don't speak to them, or if I don't have the conversation with them, what's the point? You know what I mean? But what I look at it always like when it come down to the come down, if it's something I really need to get off my chest or something I need to express, you know, I have those outlets. But yeah, you know, sometimes it is important to feel safe, you know, with someone daily, you know, a partner, you know what I mean? So, if you got that person that you really are rocking with in a relationship and you got that comfort with them, that's what you want. You know what I mean? Sex is cool and all that, you know, getting married and all that is fine. You know, going out on dates and all that is cool, but can you really trust them and have a conversation with them and feel safe and feel non-judgmental about it? You know what I mean? That's like the goal, I would think, in any good relationship, friendship, you know, especially being in a loving relationship, you know, so that's just a little nugget that I feel that is good for a relationship. You know what I mean?
And yeah, we can touch on that because people think that, you know, sex is like something that'll have your head in the clouds, man. I suggest, man, that, and people might not agree with me, but I think the great thing to do is not to have sex with that person. Learn them. You know what I'm saying? Because you done had sex before. You know how it feels. You know what I'm saying? You're not a kid no more. If you're an adult and you done had sex before, you know how it feels. So if you know what that feels like, why would that be better or higher than knowing how to feel, like you were saying, to know that feeling that your partner is your safe, and this is your person that's going to honor you. I don't want to say worship. That's too big of a word, but that will honor you and be right by your side through thick and thin, and vice versa.
Right.
Sex is cool, amazing, yes. But what about that? What I would take a loyal woman that's going to be there for me through thick and thin, and we could talk about anything. And we work through things, than to have the freakiest woman in the world that give me great sex. But where's her head at?
Yeah, man. Women that give up their body before they give up their mind, for sure. They get it up quick. They won't give us nothing else. But we gotta, you know, give them something. But you know, that's usually how I go. We gotta give them something.
So you get the key to that. You get the key.
You get that.
See
but
the
you don't
Maserati.
You don't get nothing. You don't get no, you know.
But you don't get to open up the hood, man.
Nothing vulnerable. Nothing real.
So listen.
Nothing honest.
Some
do, but
yeah,
you know.
you get the keys. Like, that's crazy, man. You get the key to the Maserati, but you can't open up the hood, man, and check the engine, man.
Nope. You get to drive it though, as much as you want.
So ladies, let the dudes check your engine, please. You know what I'm saying? Let them check your engine. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, ladies. Make them wait if you want. You know what I'm saying? Check his engines. Check where his head at.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That shit, like, your bed is your safe space too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how a lot of, and I'm going there, but that's how a lot of demons get passed around because we're having unprotected sex and, like, now I'm in love with this man or I'm in love with this woman. Now I'm entitled. Oh, no, she having sex with this dude over. No, that's mine. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's how things happen, man. When you sit and talk to somebody, you could be talking to a lemon, man. Like, it's like,
Yeah, man. That's true.
Like, you gotta just, it's okay to, and I'm telling you, it's okay just to talk, man. And if she can't respect that, then she's a lemon. Or I don't want to say a lemon, but just move on, man. As beautiful as she is, I done seen so many beautiful women that they head are not together.
Yeah.
You know, body's amazing. All this stuff is amazing. You know, it has so much potential. The beauty is there, but their brain ain't. Oh, their brain might be there, but it might be pretty. There's so many different avenues that it could be.
Could be. You know,
Yep.
it's the way of the world, man. You know,
Yep.
we got a lot of things going on to distract us. You know, so it's difficult to really touch somebody and conversate with somebody about something real because you know we filtering through a lot of different stuff here and there in our minds. So shout out to anybody that still have conversations and still trying to rock with somebody, get to know people. Because I mean,
Let's have them conversations.
it's
man.
cool to get to know people still.
It's cool to what's one of my favorite artists is so Music Soul Child is my he's like my Al Green, and Trey Songz is like my Marvin Gaye. Those are my two favorite R&B artists. I know it's a weird combination,
Okay.
but Music Soul Child has this song called Newness. If anybody ever listened to, just listen to the song Newness, yeah, man, just getting to know people, man, because it'll go a long way. It'll go a long way. You know what I'm saying? We get championed for having sex with different people. Now it's time to elevate and get championed for, you know, building an infrastructure with someone that is qualified to be next to you.
That's big, yeah. I like that. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna push forward with that. I like that.
No doubt, bro. No doubt.
Sound good.
I mean, that's all I got, brother.
Hey man, look, we back, man. All right,
Definitely
so stay
back,
tuned.
man.
All good episodes on the way. Guests, follow the Transparency Podcast Instagram page. Follow the YouTube page. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube page. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And we're gonna keep dropping it, man. We ain't stopping. We are just getting our feet warm. Let's go.
And this is just out the cup. This is out the cup. Hello. We're back.
Let's go.
So I hope you like this podcast. Please, love this podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. Again, I go by the name of Big O. Got Moody here.
You already know.
And this is the Transparency Podcast.